Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you thought the Packers roster was already packed with talent and potential, hold on tight because recent reports and rumors are pointing to something that could shake up the entire NFC North. And honestly, it might just be the move that propels Green Bay into a whole new era of competitiveness. Imagine a scenario where Green Bay pulls off a blockbuster trade that could bring a veteran receiver with proven playoff hands, someone who could be the missing piece for Jordan Love and the offense. And no, I'm not talking about just any wide receiver. I'm talking about Chris Godwin, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers star, who's been the glue in that offense for years. This is not just speculation. It's a leak from trusted insiders, and the buzz is growing louder as the NFL trade deadline approaches. And what makes this even more intriguing is the reported price tag. A third-round pick in 2026 and Romeo Doubs, the young and promising receiver from Green Bay. Yes, you heard that right. The Packers, currently sitting at 4-2, with their receiving core decimated by injuries and inconsistency, could be on the verge of making a bold move to upgrade their passing game. Right now, with Watson on IR, Wicks questionable, and the team ranking around 17th in YAC per reception, the need for a reliable, experienced target is glaring. Let's take a moment to really understand who Chris Godwin is and what he could bring to the table. At 29 years old, Godwin is a consummate professional, a true possession receiver who excels in contested catch situations. He's a guy who's been a key part of Tampa Bay's offense, especially in clutch moments, and he's known for his exceptional hands, route running, and YAC ability, yards after catch. In 2025, he's already amassed 22 receptions for 284 yards on just 34 targets, which is quite efficient considering the injuries he's battled, including a fibula tweak that caused him to miss Week 5. Over his entire career, he's caught 529 passes for nearly 900 yards and 34 touchdowns in 103 games, demonstrating consistency and reliability. His PFF grade last year was in the top 40 among wide receivers, and he's a proven performer in high-pressure situations, with a contested catch win rate that's in the top 15%. Now, Tampa Bay, under the new regime after Tom Brady's departure, is in a bit of a rebuild mode. The Buccaneers, currently sitting at 3-3, are sellers rather than buyers at this point, especially with Baker Mayfield showing flashes and the team looking to amass draft capital for the future. Their offense averages around 4 points per game, which is middle of the pack, but they're clearly in a strategic phase of retooling. The idea of trading away a veteran like Godwin, who can still be a productive wideout, makes sense for them as they look to rebuild and acquire draft picks. The reported price tag, a third-round pick and Romeo Doubs, is quite reasonable, especially considering Godwin's experience and the fact that he fits perfectly into the Packers' offensive core. Doubs, with his 28 receptions and 312 yards, has shown promise as a deep threat and slot option, and adding a veteran like Godwin could elevate the entire passing game. From the Packers' perspective, this move could be a game-changer. Green Bay's offense has been powered by Jordan Love's development, and having someone like Godwin, who excels in the slot and has a knack for YAC, could unlock new levels. His skill set complements the team's rising duo of receivers, including Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs, creating a dynamic trio that defenses will have a hard time containing. Imagine the impact of Godwin's ability to win contested catches, something he does at an elite level, especially in tight red zone situations where he's averaging 6 touchdowns per game this season, up from 1-2 last year. His contested catch rate is in the top 15% among receivers, meaning he's a reliable target in the clutch, especially in high-pressure moments. And let's not forget about the analytical side of things. When you look at EPA, expected points added, Godwin's +1. 1 EPA per target pairs well with the overall offensive efficiency that the Packers are trying to build. His ability to turn short catches into explosive plays, combined with his experience in playoff atmospheres, makes him a perfect fit as an X-factor in the NFC North, which this season is shaping up to be fiercely competitive. The Packers' offensive metrics have been trending upward, with third down conversion rates jumping by 14%, reaching 44%, and red zone touchdown percentage climbing to 2-3 per game. These are signs of an offense on the cusp of breaking out, and adding a veteran like Godwin could be the final piece in the puzzle. Now, if we look at the bigger picture, Tampa Bay's strategy seems to be building a draft haul for the long term, especially with the team's odds of winning the Super Bowl dropping from plus 3,500 to plus 2,000. They're clearly looking ahead, and trading away a player of Godwin's caliber makes sense in that context. The Buccaneers are aiming to accumulate draft capital and build a roster that can compete in the next few years, especially with a new quarterback or offensive scheme in mind. For the Packers, acquiring Godwin could mean an immediate boost in their playoff push, especially given his history of making clutch plays, his ability to gain yards after the catch, projected to reach around 950 yards this season, and his proficiency against zone defenses, where he posts a plus 25% conversion rate. This trade, if it happens, would also be a statement from Green Bay. It signals that the team is all in on winning now, leveraging their draft capital and young talent to bring in a veteran who can help bridge the gap between the current squad and a potential deep playoff run. It also sends a message to the NFC North that the Packers are serious about reclaiming their dominance, especially with the division becoming more competitive every year. The Vikings have been strong, the Lions are on the rise, and the Bears are always lurking. In such a landscape, a move like this could tip the balance in Green Bay's favor, giving them a reliable target and a veteran presence in the locker room. And it's not just about the offense. Having a player like Godwin also boosts the team's leadership and locker room presence. He's been through the playoff battles, he's a two-time Pro Bowler, and his experience could be invaluable for Jordan Love and the young receivers learning on the fly. His presence in the huddle could inspire confidence, and his ability to make big plays in critical moments could be the difference between a good season and a great one. The Packers have shown flashes of brilliance this year, and with this potential addition, the ceiling is even higher. The NFC North, which looked like a battle between the Vikings and Lions early on, could see Green Bay asserting itself more firmly with this kind of upgrade. Of course, all of this depends on the trade deadline and whether the Buccaneers are willing to part ways with Godwin for the right price. But the signs point to a real possibility, and the rumors are only heating up. If this trade goes through, it could become one of the defining moves of the NFL season, and Packers fans, you should be excited because it signals a real commitment to contention. Imagine watching this offense with Jordan Love distributing the ball to a trio of talented receivers, with Godwin's hands and YAC ability adding a new dimension. It's the kind of move that could propel Green Bay deep into the playoffs and set the stage for a potential Super Bowl run. So as we inch closer to the deadline, keep your eyes glued on this story. This is the kind of news that can change the entire landscape of the NFC North and the NFC as a whole. Green Bay is making moves, and it's a sign that they're serious about competing at the highest level. Whether or not this trade materializes, it's clear that the Packers are thinking big and looking to put themselves back on the NFL map with bold, strategic decisions. And for us, fans of this historic franchise, that's something to get excited about. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential trade? Do you think bringing in Chris Godwin for a third-round pick and Romeo Doubs is the right move? How do you see this impacting the team's chances in the NFC and their playoff prospects? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion truly matters to us and to the Packers. Remember, this is a community, and your voice helps shape the conversation. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like these, the Packers are definitely making a statement. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, Go Pack Go.